houseplant friends, welcome to my plant room. Today I'm going to be showing you the smallest houseplants I have in my collection. My best friend Lucia actually did this video over on her channel the other day, so if you want to go and watch her version of this video, I highly recommend it. But I'm going to be showing you my favorite tiny plants, and I guess let's just hecking get into it. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I also have YouTube memberships, which you can check out in the link in the description. And if you like my glasses, or if you've liked them in the past few videos, you can use code Ashley at zimp.com, link in the description, to get 50% off frames or 20% off lenses. And let's get into the content. So right over here in this magical little corner, I have a ton, well, 10 cute tiny little houseplants, and I want to go through them with you, tell you about maybe why I decided to keep small plants, and then also kind of the different types of care you have to give for smaller plants. So let's just do that. So it should be said that I do have other tiny plants, but these are my 10 favorite tiny plants. So this is my biggest favorite tiny plant. He's a little dusty, but this is my Alocasia silver dragon. And your eyes do not deceive you. I do have a large Alocasia silver dragon. This is my true child because I grew this plant from bulbs. Also, I think that we have some snail eggs here, which is kind of gross. So we have this Alocasia silver dragon, and I grew this from bulbs, and I actually haven't taken this out of the terrarium since I put it in there quite some time ago. And you can just see it is really truly doing the most. This is a Maria Pokey ceramics pot, the little tiny pokey little feet, and I think they're so cute. But check out these roots, and then also the roots at the base of the Alocasia. They're certainly getting a lot bigger, but I'm just so proud of these plants because I grew them all on my own. I literally put the bulbs, there was only 2 bulbs. I got all 4 of these plants, technically 5, yeah, all 5 of these Alocasia silver dragons from 2 bulbs, which were gifted to me by Il Exotics in order to grow them, because you guys ask me all the time, how do I grow from bulb? And I've only done it this one time, so I am absolutely not an expert. But how I grew it is I grabbed some cactus mix. So this is cactus mix soil in this pot, and I just buried the little bulbs just right below the surface, and I constantly kept this wet. I constantly kept it wet until they started sprouting, and then I just made sure it was always moist. And now that the Alocasia are kind of doing their own thing, they've always either been in a terrarium or in a cloche. They just have been doing so well. And again, yeah, just make sure you're keeping it completely moist and wet. Here's a little, I think these are snail eggs, those little round things. I'll let you know on the screen right now with text if they really are snail eggs or not. It'll say yes or no. That is so iconic. Next smallest houseplant I have in my collection is this. This is my itty bitty teeny tiny propagation Syngonium elbow Pothos, and I love her. She is so beautiful. She's also working on a second leaf, and you can see her baby little root system right here. Oh, she's so cute. So this one, how I've been growing it is I actually have it in my little prop box over to the right. It's not a real box, it's a big vase with perlite and water in the base, and it keeps it nice and humid in the actual prop container. And the plant just grew from a stem, just like magic. So that's that, and I literally don't touch it, I just keep it in there. So the next tiny little houseplant that I have is this orchid. I think it's a Bulbaphylum Monolith, I believe, and you can actually see he's putting out, oh, it's so tiny. This is a new leaf, that teeny tiny boy right there, and he literally is just circles on a chunk of wood. He actually needs to be watered. He's a little dehydrated, but nothing he can't handle. He's used to my care. Wow, it's so pretty. This one's super easy. I mist it every 3 days with my big mister, and I make sure that it is soaking wet, and I close the terrarium lid, and he just lives his best life just like that. The next small plant that we have is another Orchia, Phalaenopsis Shalariana. She is a species orchid, which means she is not a hybrid. It means that the other hybrids are made of her, or at least some of them. Got a little couple bites on it because I somehow got snails in my terrarium. You know, nothing we can't handle, and she healed nicely from it. So little orchid, and it's so pretty. It's got beautiful foliage, and I love it because it's so unique, because most Phalaenopsis that you see are like, you know, your grocery store Phalaenopsis. All right, this is my Philodendron White Princess. She is quite honestly my child. I am obsessed with her. Love her so much. She's got these 2 older leaves which look like this and like this. Are a little bit more speckled, but I'm not worried because these leaves actually are not the oldest leaves. I had this plant and then it got really bad root rot. We actually propagated her and she bounced back, and now she's got a pretty decent root system. Here's a little root right there, and another little root right there, and a couple more roots all around. All the other leaves that were on here before they fell off were also super sectoral. So I'm not worried. It's just its genetics. He's just going through a phase. The next guy is the last orchid I have to show you, and this is my Paffia Petalum Ho Chi Minh. It is a Delanatii mixed with Vietnamese, and I got this from Orchids by Hauserman. My friend was nice enough to go pick this up for me. This is such a beautiful Paffia Petalum. I mean, look at that. It just looks like that. That's not sun stressed or anything. Like, that's just what it looks like. Ah, I love it so much. This one's care is a little bit different. It is a terrestrial orchid. It is growing in heckin' bark. He just gets watered maybe once a week. I need to water my orchids more often. I treat them like my Hoya, so they don't get watered as much, which means that they just grow a little bit slower, but that's fine. Small plants are great because you can have like so many of them, and also they're just cuter. I'm not a fan of like big leaves. I think that immature plants, I have said this for a long time, I preach on this channel, immature plants are so cute. They are the best plants. They are the wholesomest plants, the baby plants, and we love the baby plants because they are so cute. I love them. So I don't mind if they grow a little bit slower, as long as they don't die. How iconic is that? All right, next we have my Bulbaphylum Fantasy, which I'm sorry, but it's a little difficult, I feel like, for you to see. I'm gonna do my best to show you, but he's air layered. So he's in a tower of moss. He was a little bit bigger at one point in time. I cut the top 3 leaves off, so he was quite a bit taller. To actually trade, what the hell did I trade for? I remember what my second trade was for, but I can't remember. Oh, I traded it for a pot of gold. Yep, I traded for a full stem of a pot of gold. Might not sound like a lot, but it was like, it's like on my wish list. He's the mini version, which is my favorite. This was a gift to me from Botanicas, the best people in the world. It grows really fast and big when you air layer it. Yeah, there's actually 2 more leaves down here. But you can't even see them because of the air layering. Here, I'll just take the moss off and I'll just put it back on after. But I can't take it all off because the roots have grown into it significantly. Here's the full plant. I didn't even realize we had some leaves underneath the moss. So we have this leaf underneath the moss, and then this leaf underneath the moss, and then we've got this guy, and then this guy, and then the weird small guy, and then this guy. I tried to like even just pull it off a little bit, but I can't without breaking the root. Like, that is attached by roots. All back here, we got a ton. Like, all of this moss is attached by aerial roots. I cannot remove it. So yeah, air layering is really good. Your plants will love you for it. They will grow so fast. They grow so fast. The next plant I have to show you was gifted to me by my friend Maggie Hells, and this is called Philodendron species Ecuador Glossius, and I've recently seen it sold as Philodendron Small Silver. So I don't know if it's been described or if people are just, you know, giving it a little nickname, because species Ecuador Glossius is a lot to say. But I actually just purchased another one of these. It was being sold for super duper cheap. I love this one. It is definitely one of my favorite philodendron that I have. I think top 5 in my own collection, and it grows so fast and so wonderfully. It's honestly just like a silvery Micans. That's what it grows like. It grows like a philodendron heteracea. Like, here's the growth pattern so you can see for yourself. It's got a vine and then it splits off into the leaves, and it's iconic, and I want another one, and I didn't ever think I'd ever be able to even find one because these are pretty hard to get. Listen to this, okay? I was invited to a private purge by one of my friends. They had it for sale, and it was really inexpensive. So I was like, sold. That's like the only plant I think I've ever purchased from a purge, actually. I'm excited. I will be showing you guys that one once it gets here. It should get here later this week, I think. Wow, how exciting. Next plant we have is my Epipremnum pinnatum albo variegata. Is a pothos, believe it or not. I don't know if any of you know this. I know some of you do because I've talked about this before. Pothos, what you guys think of as pothos, are not actually pothos. Pothos is its own genus. I think there's Pothos barbaranus and there's a couple other pothos species, but Epipremnum pinnatum aurea, which is your golden pothos, and the marble queen pothos is also Epipremnum. Like literally all the pothos that you guys think of as pothos are not pothos. Scindapsus, you know, silver pothos, those aren't pothos, those are Scindapsus, a different genus, is Epipremnum pinnatum. So this is what would have the common name pothos. So this would be like a real variegated pothos, I guess. But this is Epipremnum pinnatum alba variegata, and this one I got also from Botanicas because I get all my cool plants from Botanicas because they are the coolest plant shop ever in the world. And they're really nice people and I love them. And they're about to have a grand opening. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, if you're in Tacoma, Washington, they're opening up 2 locations. So get ready. Epipremnum pinnatum. He's so cute. I love him. One day I would like to try to get a variegated Cebu blue. Oh my gosh, how iconic. How iconic is that? She's cute. I keep her in this itty bitty tiny little clay cup. When I say clay, I mean the ceramicist clay. It does great. I just water every once in a while. Since putting it in my terrarium, I put out this entire new leaf in the last week and a half. So it loves humidity, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the last plant. May I present to you her. That's like my favorite thing to say. This is my little Philodendron Atabapoense. I have quite a few of these in my collection. It is my second favorite Philodendron in history. My first obviously being the Ilsamanii Philodendron Atabapoense. It is iconic. I can't tell you why I'm so obsessed with it other than the fact that I am. It has these adorable silvery kind of like Cebu blue hued leaves. I wish you could see it because like when you face it away, it looks a lot more bluer. Like, yeah, that looks a lot more blue. It's not like a deep green. It's like kind of like a glossy blue. It literally has like a Cebu blue vibe to it. And they grow so easy. They propagate so easy. I'm actually about to air layer this one. I'll probably honestly just do that after this video because I'm gonna propagate. I'm gonna make a bunch of babies. I'm gonna have a ton of Atabapoense babies. The best baby houseplant in the world. I have another one of these, like another baby plant, and then another one I donated to a greenhouse. It's super easy. Literally, it grows so fast. Atabapoense do need humidity though, so like they'll be fine without it, but they will grow pretty small. And if you like a big leaf plants, you're gonna need a lot of humidity, probably a stake to put it on. But I prefer them teeny tiny, so I just let them do their thing. And then the back of Atabapoense leaves are usually red. These ones are immature, so they're not super red. This one's starting to get its color a little bit. These ones were trying, but none of them really succeeded. This is the one so far that looks the most red, and you can actually see kind of the border around the leaf is a little bit red as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is my 10 favorite tiny plants in my collection. I'm just gonna go through them one more time with you so you can see them. We have the Phalaenopsis Shalariana, Ecuador species Glossius Philodendron or Philodendron small silver, my Syngonium albo variegata, my Alocasia dragon scale, my Philodendron white princess, my Bulbaphylum Monolith, my Paffia Petalum Ho Chi Minh, my Philodendron Atabapoense baby, the baby Poense, my Philodendron Burl Marks Fantasy, finally my Epipremnum pinnatum albo variegata. I would love to know what tiny plants you guys have in your collection that you might be so obsessed with and maybe I don't have in my collection, maybe you didn't see. I do have a lot more small plants. Almost my entire Hoya collection are just Hoyas with 2 or 4 leaves, so I guess all those are small plants, but I tried to pick like baby plants, like some baby plants, some starters, some seedlings, my little children, my baby Poenses, show you instead of just miniature plants. I wanted to show you some of my children that I just really love so much. So I'd love to hear in the comment section down below some plants that you guys might be obsessed with, some immature forms of plants that you guys might really heckin' like. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlayMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram at PlayMeAshley. Don't forget to check out Zymph in the description down below. If you want to get to glasses like mine, these are the Aphrodite. I also love the Hecate styles, and just use code Ashley. Super simple for 50% off frames and 20% off lenses. Thank you so much for the extra channel support to Botanicas, Tara Wolfgang, Crazy Chick Vintage, The Planted Carly Flower, and all the green places. Your help is so invaluable and I am so excited to have you a part of the Discord. If any of you want to check out my members, you can hit that join button or check out the first link in the description to become a member. We have an amazing community of, I think, over 80 members now, which is so cool. And we got more of you guys joining every single day. So come join the Discord, come join the houseplant family, and I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get some tiny houseplant.